Hello and welcome to this reading. I am Mystic Marshmallow and I'm very excited to be doing this reading for you. It's going to be all about your love connection, your love story, what's going on in the energy. And we're going to be looking at the masculine and the feminine and doing some compare and contrast and looking at the energy between the two of you. You pick whichever one you resonate with most, if it's more the masculine energy that's you or if you're more the feminine. But we have 3 piles to choose from today, and the timestamps are in the description box. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. You just take a moment to tune into your intuition, see which one is for you. Pile 1, we have these little dream catchers that I made. So here's the dream catcher for pile number 1. The one for pile number 2. And for pile number 3. All right, and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1, we are going to be looking at your love story, love connection through the perspective of the masculine and the feminine. And you decide which one you resonate with more. You may actually resonate with both of these different sides of energy. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information for that is in my description box. You can purchase that through Etsy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You chose this yellow dream catcher. Okay. So starting off, I have a card to represent the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I'm going to set your little dream catcher off to the side for now, okay? So for the divine masculine, we have the Jade Emperor, organization. Wow, look at that. And we have Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Wow. Oh, wow. And then we have card number 37. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you so you will always consider them. Okay, so right off the bat, this Jade Emperor, the masculine here, he is really all about his career right now and building up his own financial stability. This seems like someone that is very analytical and strategic in being able to organize their own life. And this is the type of masculine that would really pride himself on being able to be that provider, on being able to have a stable and successful career, be the emperor of his own whatever business he does or whatever work he's involved with. He really wants to be very evolved in that, and part of that when it comes to love relationships is that he wants to be that provider. And he'll be very thoughtful and organized in the way that he approaches things, and that includes relationships, like building a relationship on a very sturdy foundation in a way that is thoughtful and kind of planned out. Then with Queen Esther here, the morning star, my ego is in service of my soul. I trust my soul's divine timing. This is a feminine that is highly intuitive and connected with the divine realms. Do you see this crown above her crown chakra and the literal like gold glittering crown that she is wearing? This is a woman that is, and when I say woman, that's just for simplicity. The divine feminine could be in a man, whatever. But I'm going to use she to refer to the feminine. So she really is trusting in herself, and this is a process of learning to trust herself and learning to trust her intuition and where she is being led. There's this like beautiful city there in the background, and she's like being called on a journey, but she's also calling in. My ego is in service of my soul. So any kind of ego conflicts that she's working through, she's able to, like, while she's going through these ego conflicts, she's able to see them for what they are. Like, she's kind of in it, but also not in it. She's able to take that observer's mind perspective and be like, I see that this is my ego interfering. And while it almost is tempting to get swept up in it, I know better. So she's like observing from this perspective of, okay, my ego's working some stuff out, but my soul knows the truth. And she's in a process of really learning to trust herself, where the masculine is learning to step into his power and his more boss emperor energy in a divine way. We have act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they're with you, so you always consider them. So this really, to me, is an indication that both parties are working to manifest, and that this connection may not be fully grounded in the physical yet, but there's a lot going on psychically. I see here that they both have this circle above their head, this intuitive knowing that is connecting the two of them. And it's very powerful. I see like this triangle in here. It's like a portal of energy that connects them both intuitively. And it's also a process of trust and belief and manifestation, and, you know, working to appreciate the relationship as though in the form that you want it, as though it has already manifested, even when it's not fully grounded yet, trusting that inner knowing. There's these two cute little moths here that are like kind of dancing. Like, moths and butterflies to me are all about that process of transformation, working through those conflicts of the ego to emerge into something beautiful. Oh my gosh, and I see her, this wand that she's holding. To me, that reminds me of the magician energy, which is that energy of manifestation, of choosing to call forth that which you desire and bringing it into reality through your conscious willpower and through your own intuitive knowing and trusting in that. And it's a beautiful dance that they're both going through, even while things are, you know, appear one way on the surface in the 3D reality. There's this energetic dance that is happening between the masculine and the feminine that is bringing them together. So that's amazing. I am going to use my Rider-Waite Tarot to get further clarification on the masculine energy and the feminine energy. We will start with the masculine energy. Okay. Walking away from some old habits, some old beliefs, some things that they have to know that they have to kind of walk away from and let go of in order to come towards their feminine. And they recognize that it's a bit of a journey to get there. Anxieties, some fears. That's the, oh my gosh, so many cards came through and they're all very beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. And this is all for the masculine's energy. So apparently they have a lot to say and there's a lot that they're feeling. So Mr. Masculine over there is having to walk away from mental conflict and anxiety and worries. That's all just in their mind. They see the feminine as this gorgeous, divine, independent, abundant, self-sufficient, glorious woman who's just so like rich in her own energy, just luxurious in the way that she treats herself, in her own love for her body, her own love for herself and her life. And he just sees her as like shimmery and gold. And he really feels a deep soul past life connection with the feminine in a way that is so tender, in a way that is so like nostalgic, and it just stirs in him these deep, like this deep remembrance. And he wants to give a little offering of something, little sweet little gift in some way, a little flirtation, a little offer, something he wants to give to his feminine to show her that he cares. He is really transforming out of old cycles. He sees this, I mean, he kind of sees the feminine as like the world, like she's got it all. She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's abundant. Everything he could really wish for. And he sees and feels this happy family life that the two of them could have together. And he's really that type. Like, he is that provider type that wants to settle down and have a family. Like, he's not a playboy. He's an emperor. He really wants to build a stable, nurturing relationship. He's more in that place in his life where he wants to build up his kingdom and have a queen to share that with. There are these two little kids that are like dancing there. So this is a very sweet, loving energy that he has. He's just having to move through some mental conflict, and he knows that there's a bit of a journey that he has to take, so walking away from this inner battle in order to come towards the feminine. Okay, so then looking at the energy of the feminine, what's going on for her? What's up, boo-boo baby? Let's see. Let us see. Oh, shit! We have the Emperor! Look at this, you all. Look! Jade Emperor and the Emperor here. So she knows that this man is an emperor, and she sees that power within him. She really sees how he can be that boss man, and she has a feeling of fate and destiny here with this Emperor. She really feels like there is something powerful going on here. This isn't just any regular connection. Like, this is the wheels of fate and destiny turning and churning to bring together this union. We got so many cards for the masculine energy, so I'm like, okay, let's get a little bit more for the feminine. The feminine may be a little bit more reserved. She's like wanting him to be the one to put forth more of the energy and the effort. She's like, I'm the feminine over here. I don't have to do anything. Emperor, this is up to you. She's kind of waiting a little bit for the Emperor to turn this Wheel of Fortune, but she also knows that the universe is the one orchestrating it and turning these this divine Wheel of Fortune. There is this snake here, which, like I talked about earlier with the ego conflicts that she's recognizing and working through, but also there's something about Kundalini energy. If she's been doing Kundalini practices to call forth more of her own feminine energy and bring activation for this union. Okay, 2 more cards. Oh, wow. Wow. So she's a true romantic, and she believes in her man to be a true romantic. She appreciates that, and like, this is the Emperor coming towards her with this Knight of Cups kind of energy, and that's what she'll accept, nothing less. Like, she really wants this true soulmate love union between lovers that is protected by the angels. We've got the snake wrapping up around the tree here. Again, the Kundalini energy that is moving up through her and like connecting her to the divine. And he's got this tree of like flames for the deep passion and love that he has for her. And so she's just kind of like calling this in. She's not necessarily taking the action, because we've got over here, it's interesting, like, he's got this feminine card, 2 feminine cards over in his reading. She's got 2 masculine cards over in her reading, in her energy. So that's a sign that they're both connecting and thinking of one another. He's really thinking about her in her beauty, in her lusciousness, and she's really calling in him to be stepping into his power and also his romantic side, because they're both very deeply romantic. She's very romantic, and he is very like wanting that stable family and home life in a very like sweet, nurturing kind of presence, but also powerful. He's learning to step into his power. So we're going to get a couple more cards about the shared energy between the two of you. The 4 of Swords, patience. Yeah, this is like the act as if your partner is here, because it's not quite fully manifested yet. So you're more so accessing this through dreams, intuition, meditation, and having to allow some time and space for it to manifest in the physical. We have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. That's the energy that's coming forward as things do move forward. Oh, okay. Dreams. What did I say about dreams? And then we have the card of dreams here, the 7 of Cups. And then we also had I believe this is the 9 of Pentacles coming out the Ace of Swords, and the Emperor again. We have the Emperor 3 times in this reading. So man, this masculine is really coming through strong with true power, true strength, authentic communication. There is this infinite connection. Again, we have the snake. So I just keep getting messages about activation of Kundalini energy. But there is this infinite connection, this like lightning bolt of inspiration, connecting through dreams. And then there's this desire that they both have to just be cozy and comfy together, to create and build a little nest, this family life. Like it's about the passion and the romance together, but also what they can create, what can be their shared energy, their shared little home, their nest. That's just a safe little cozy space for the two of them. Okay, I'm almost finished with this reading. I'm just going to get an oracle from the Starseed Oracle. More about the shared energy. Jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Yes, they're both going to say yes to this union and jump in when the time is right. So that's what is coming, is this jumping into this portal. Remember I talked about a portal here above his head, and then we've got this like portal, this cosmic portal that almost looks like an eye, and it's this transformative portal that you're both jumping into. I see that with the world energy as well. So then I'm also going to get some romance messages from this deck that is handwritten. It was made by a dear friend of mine. I did not write these cards myself, but we shall see what is meant to come through. Sometimes a lot like to like fall out once. I might have to pull them out. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Thoughts of our love, the rhythm of your breathing, easy poetry. Oh, see, there is so much romance here. No fault of your own. Your existence has unleashed the grand romantic. Oh my gosh. What am I saying with this like Knight of Cups? No walk is aimless. My heart leads my feet to you, a hero's journey. I'm like shooketh right now with this 8 of Cups. No walk is aimless. My heart leads my feet to you, a hero's journey. That's what this card is. This is the hero's journey. And him walking away from these cups, he's walking straight towards the feminine. My heart leads my feet to you. Wow. An era of change, and your influence has been the most pivotal. A lot of change. They've been influencing each other. Older together, our love ages like fine wine, still more beautiful. That's just like long-term family, like let's grow old together and have babies together and have grandchildren someday together. Venus could envy a human near her beauty. Instead, she is proud. That's what the masculine feels about the feminine, is that she has this strong Venus energy that is so like luscious and beautiful. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, Pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you enjoy your beautiful union, which is to come. Okay, thank you, my loves. We're going to go ahead and move right along to pile number 3. I mean, not number 3. What am I talking about? Number 2. Who am I? What is this? Okay. All right, if you chose pile number 2 with this little dream catcher, this is your reading all about your divine love connection between the masculine and the feminine. Know that you can resonate with one or both of these energies. We all have these energies within us. It's not about gender, but I will be using the she and pronouns for the feminine, he pronouns for the masculine. We're going to get into it. If you'd like to purchase a personal reading with me, the information is in the description box, but let's go. Okay. So We're going to start out by looking at the masculine and the feminine energies. We have a card here to represent the masculine and a card for the feminine. For the masculine, we have Apollo, inquiry. Feminine has Zhao Kuan Yin. Okay, sorry. The mystic of peace. I am peace when my mind is clear, the way is clear. Wow, both like very mental energies. Interesting. Maybe some air signs present here. And then we have turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. Okay, so there, the masculine over here is in this space of inquiry. So definitely analyzing, thinking about things, pondering things, maybe asking questions about himself, doing a lot of self-analysis to better understand how his mind works, maybe feeling very curious about the feminine's mind and what she's thinking. And then this feminine is very much holding her power and her strength. She is sticking firm and true to her own inner peace and clearing up her mind. And I also feel her being very clear with her communication. And this is allowing the path forward to be cleared up because she is tapping into her firm, strong, divine power and having mental clarity. And the masculine as well is seeking this mental clarity. But as much as we have going on with the mind, with communication, with words, there's also this heart energy. Number 36 that is shared between them. Turn on your heart light. There is this heart pull that is connecting the masculine and the feminine that they both feel. The feathers here, to me, that's more, and the bird up there, there's more, there's more air energy coming through. I got distracted by thoughts in my mind. Okay, so there are like different thoughts that are coming in that are kind of like blocking the way, and then they're both having to learn and transform through that. Okay, so reflecting on a time when you experienced love. So there may have been a time that the two of these the masculine and feminine connected and experienced love together, and then there may be some sort of like pause between. So we're going to go ahead and get some energies of the masculine and the feminine to look at what is going on between them. Okay, so masculine, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, see him here in this battlefield. It almost looks like holding these like rods, just like he is here, like having to be kind of a fierce warrior. He may have had to really like battle through some things in his life. He's had to be very like strong and kind of be this intense warrior, fend off. Seven of Pentacles, that's double 7. So 7 may be an important number. Okay, let's get some other energies for the masculine. The Tower, whoa, okay, shaking things up. The Moon. Okay, so, and 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Yikes. No. The masculine is going through some intense transformation and some deep, deep shadow work. Oh my gosh, with this moon, like really having to dive into his own shadow side, his own subconscious mind, and really work through some stuff and kind of fight his way through to come out the other side. There's this tower moment here where things in his life have kind of like crumbled and fallen apart, but of course it's all a part of divine purpose and divine plan. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles here where he is kind of seeing how some of the seeds that he planted were like rotten seeds, or they weren't good, and so they didn't grow. and there's some disappointment in that, but it's also a realization that he just needs to learn how to tend his garden differently, to put his effort and energy into things that will be fruitful for him. There may be some impatience he's experienced, or like frustration with himself for the lessons and the cycles that he's having to battle that he hasn't fully worked through but is working on. And realizing he needs to like straighten out his priorities and do things a little bit differently. Okay, for the feminine, the High Priestess. Damn, this feminine is intuitive. She is deeply mystical and powerful and really going within. She can feel everything that's going on with this masculine. Like when he's transforming and stuff, she can feel it intuitively, psychically. She just knows. She just knows. She's tapped in. She's connected in that way. Justice. That's her holding those firm boundaries and being very clear and concise and like, I know the truth. She's all about truth and justice. There definitely might be, like I said, air energy here, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but just this energy of truth and integrity. And she is holding firm to that in a beautiful, like, kind way. Okay, she's also doing some work to like really control and marshal her own energies to be a powerful, beautiful manifester and create this union in the way that she desires. And like she is like bam with power, like no, that is not how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. In a very, and that sounds kind of like that is very assertive, but it's in this just like amazingly powerful way. It's not like aggressive, it's assertive, and there's a big difference. Yeah, like I said, there's like a balance between that. It's not, she's not being overly aggressive or overly harsh. She's just being firm. She's just being clear and commanding her own energy and saying yes and saying no to things that are or are not right or proper, correct in her life. And it's kind of like causing some of this like chaos in the masculine's life, or it's not causing it, but like he's having to deal with his own chaos while she's just over here holding firm and holding strong. And he's like, oh, wow, I've really got to elevate myself to that standard, to meet that standard. Okay, we're going to get some cards for the energy between the two of them. We have the Daughter of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. There's been some kind of like conflict between the two of these people, and it's been kind of painful and kind of hard. There may have even been some deception or just this like, you know, some not being the most authentic. Even if it's not straight up lies or deception, it's just like not being integral and true to what you really feel and believe. But there's this beautiful rainbow here with the integrity of the Daughter of Pentacles. That's someone that's very noble and pure. And the Mother of Pentacles. Okay, so also very strong feminine earth energy coming in through. And there's this message about like inner nurturing, like mothering, remothering yourself, finding nurturing for the broken and wounded parts of yourself. One or both of these people may have some wounds related to their mother, and needing to kind of rework through that and give themselves nurturance. We have Death on the bottom of the deck. This is a very, and then Judgment. Yeah, this sword of truth and justice comes down, but it's fair. It's a fair judgment. And though that may create some seeming chaos at first, from that emerges this beautiful dove, and that is very transformative. The dove may be synchronistic for you or a powerful symbol for you. Again with the like inner conflict and strife, but the Hierophant, like this is like a call, a wake up call, especially for the masculine energy. There's been wake up calls that both of these people have been mirroring to one another to help each other work through shadow things. The masculine is more in a state of like deep transformation and turmoil right now. I feel like the feminine's already gone through a lot of her transformations. Not that she's fully done yet, because we're never done. That's just life. She's still riding some waves of up and down. But for the most part, she's stabilized her energy to really solidify the lessons that she needed to learn. And that is helping this masculine to transform, because they're both mirrors for one another. And so whatever shadow energies, conflicts going back and forth between the two of them, is to help the other one recognize what's going on within themselves that needs to be worked through and transformed and changed. If there's any energy of anger or resentment that needs to be let go of, because you can't blame the other person or blame external circumstances, you have to look within and see what it is within yourself that this person is reflecting to you that you need to work through. Okay, but this is like that call for the transformation, so that then new energy can be brought forward. So I'm going to get some messages from the Lover's Oracle card, Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So there is a deep soul connection between these two people. On the surface, it may appear like there's something wrong with this relationship because there's been all this conflict and turmoil. But deep down, they both feel this soulmate energy. And it's just a matter of them working through their shadow selves to come together in a much healthier way. Okay, what am I? Okay. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. Yeah, there's if we try to hold this tower up when the lightning strikes it down, we have the lightning here with the Hierophant. If we try to like be like, no, the lightning can't make it crumble. Let's like frantically try and like put the pieces back together. It doesn't work like that. Like, you have to allow this shit to fall apart, because it wasn't built on a sturdy foundation to begin with. Then once all the destruction has settled, everything's calmed down, that's when you begin to rebuild. And when you go with the flow of allowing things to naturally change and evolve. We have here, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't like be like frantically like, it can't fall apart. We've got to like fix it. No, let it fall. Let the tower fall. Wait. Have patience. There's a patience in this balancing energy here and in the High Priestess and this mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Clearing out the mental thoughts so that the way forward will appear naturally, instead of having to feel like, scared, because there's definitely some fear present here. But passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So there is a deep passion and soul connection here. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. What was I saying? I said that literally. I was like, if there's any resentment here, you need to let it go. And these emotions, there's kind of this up and down sea that both of you are going through in these waves. Allow those emotions to move through you, but don't get stuck in the negative parts, because remember, you are a conscious creator. So you shift your internal energy and your beliefs about the world and your connection, and that will transform things deeply. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. That's the energy that you need to bring yourself into, is this message of love and light. And both of these parties are transforming and working through this stuff to come back to their center of remembering the love and the light that is within them and that is reflected between them. Okay. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yes, all of this chaos and turmoil is being healed. Big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. Zooming out and looking at the big picture. Like when you're zoomed in on this tower moment, it can feel like terrible, but when you zoom out, you see the divine purpose and plan behind all of it, and how it is activating both the masculine and the feminine to be called into deeper healing and to step through this portal into a brighter, happier energy. But that's your choice. That is your choice, to dwell on the negative or to choose to heal and move forward and let go of resentment and bring yourself into a higher vibration. That is your choice. It's not based on what anybody else is doing, not what the counterpart is doing, not anything outside of you, what you choose and believe for yourself. Okay, so we are also going to get we are going to just kind of wrap this reading up. I actually feel called to get a couple more messages from the Whispers of Love deck. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. See this mirror that's being held up here? I know it's painful. I know it's hard, but that's an important mirror to be held up for you to look through and understand and transform. And there's a lot of healing that comes from that. There's these healing waters. The divine is wanting to pour this beautiful healing energy on you while also reflecting to you the shadow aspects of both of you that needs to transform. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Slow down, pause. Don't feel the need to rush forward with anything. Don't feel like you've got to fix it and control it. Pause, slow down, focus on your own healing, go within, and things will begin to naturally resolve on their own. Trust that this will settle. Trust that it will heal, okay? It will. It will. We're going to get some messages of love from this these handwritten cards that were written by someone dear to me. I did not write these. We will get some channeled messages coming through. Listening to your voice, I'd stay on the phone for hours. Angelic music. Okay, your counterpart loves the sound of your voice. Seeking abundance, it begins in the mental, everything we need. Yeah, clearing out these old mental patterns and choosing more abundant thoughts. Lost in the details, never forget your power. This is our story. You are reclaiming and remembering your power. Writing these haikus, I realize how I've altered, now so full of love. So that's this transformation that happens, moving from this chaotic state into altering all of that to now be so full of love. That is what is coming, is this rebirth of love within the connection. Shelves full of volumes, what I long to give to you. We can move mountains. You can move past these obstacles. What you think are obstacles are not really obstacles. They're just things that are coming up for you to work through, but you remember your power, you clear out these negative mental thoughts, and you enter into this beautiful new state of love, because there is so much love always present within us and always between all of the people that we connect with. Underneath the surface of it all is a deep and profound love. So never forget that. Never forget that. Pile number 2. Allow yourself to work through this healing. It is coming. The love is always there. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. I hope that it resonated. Have a great day and take care. Okay, pile number 3. Hello and welcome to this reading. It's going to be about your love connection between the masculine and the feminine energies. You can connect with one or both energies. Gender does not matter. It's just about that masculine and that feminine force. So let's go ahead and get into it. We have here, I have a card to represent the feminine and a card to represent the masculine. So beginning with the masculine, we have Shiva, the destroyer. Whoa. Okay, right off the bat, I'm getting Scorpio energy. but there's something deeply powerful and transformative happening here, and like a gut instinct to like move forward and transform things. The feminine, we have white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass, the path of love is true abundance. My heart is a compass. Wow. The energy in between, we have back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. Okay, this may be the case that this is a reunion from a relationship from the past with the back to what you love card. But there's realizing, tapping into the energy of your heart, your true heart space, and going back towards that, rediscovering what's truly important and destroying. The masculine is like ready to destroy anything in his life that does not serve him. He's like fired up. There may be even some anger there, but it's like a righteous, powerful anger that's like, no, I'm going to destroy this because it does not serve me, and I know. And at times maybe the masculine has channeled this aggression in a destructive way, but he's learning how to channel it in a very powerful way instead. This white buffalo calf woman, she has a very sensitive and tender heart. Her heart may have been kind of hurt at times by the aggression of the masculine, maybe not even this masculine, but just men in her life, masculine energies in her life, but she's had to learn how to heal and transform through that, to not be timid or scared or hurt, but to use that beautiful vulnerability and sensitivity in a positive way, to come to the recognition of the truth within her heart and staying true to that, and evolving on this journey of self-love and healing that she has really had to go through some painful traumas and things, but has healed the energy within her heart and is now being a compass for others who can follow that same path of love, this path that is leading back to the divine, back to love and union. So, wow, already a lot coming through with this. We're going to go ahead and get some cards to tap into the masculine energy. Ace of Swords, yeah, see him here with this like trident? That's his Ace of Swords being like, boom, truth, straight up truth. And it may be a little savage, but he needs to be a little bit savage with the things in his life that don't serve him. Yeah, cutting out, taking this divine sword of truth and justice and cutting out the devil energies in his life, so that he can move forward toward the things that bring him love and joy. Yeah, so there may have been some deception going on around him or within him that he's having to realize there needs to be an end to that. Needs to be an end. Yeah, the King of Swords, chopping this shit out. To move towards this beautiful Ace of Cups and allow the softness in his heart. Like he has to kind of use his brute strength and willpower to transform things in his life, but inside there's just this big old softy. There's just this overflowing love, and he longs for that. With that connection to the divine feminine, she brings that out of him, that sweet and nurturing love, and he just appreciates that so much. It's so healing for his heart. Okay, the feminine's energy. The Four of Wands, she wants this beautiful, happy union, and she is manifesting that. The Hanged Man, she's had to have a lot of patience and really be surrendered to different difficult circumstances that have come her way. She wants a balanced and reciprocal relationship, and she's had to learn how to give to herself because not many people actually have been there to give to her. And that's part of like the trauma that she's gone through, is kind of having to go through things alone. But she's been on a very sacred journey with that, and is now expecting better things for her life. She's not settling for immature communication. She is like, she's surrendering and moving things, like transforming and putting that death energy to negative things in her life, but in a different way than the masculine is. The masculine is doing it in this like, I've got to cut it out like kind of way, where she is more just like slowly surrendering and transforming to like shift her energy to be able to receive to be able to receive love, because there's been a lot of deep pain, issues of abandonment, issues of rejection, issues of feeling unloved that she has had to work through to be very, very strong and extremely resilient, but learning that she is ready to receive the good things in life. Okay, I'm also going to get some messages for the energy between the two of you. The Daughter of Swords, the Son of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. The feminine has so much energy. Energy, that was weird. That's not what I meant to say, that she has so much energy. So much wisdom is what I meant to say. But apparently she has a lot of energy too. It's just her energy is very calm and wise. It's distilled down into the essence of things, into knowing the deeper meaning behind the events of turmoil that happen in her life, having very sharp discernment. And the masculine is opening up his heart energy. His heart chakra is being open, and the negative things are being purged out of it, so that that vibrant love can come forward, and that this dark night can be moved through, that they can both come out into the sunlight. Getting some messages from the Prism Oracle. Frustration, balance, and determination. Moving out of this energy of frustration that I picked up on with some of that aggression and anger, learning to balance it out, to transform it into a determined energy. That channeling that anger in a righteous way, that's determination, that's balanced. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we have rejection. That's what the feminine is working through, these feelings of rejection, being left out in the cold. She's healing that. She's transforming that in her heart. Okay, we're going to get some messages from the Starseed Oracle. We have got trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on, time is not running out. And the Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocent, rare gifts. Yeah, there's a lot of inner child work that's happening, especially for the feminine, for both of them. But she's having to like reclaim her innocence, because that was stripped from her as a child, in really harsh, kind of brutal ways. But she is learning how to really call back in her beautiful inner child and her beautiful light. And there's a trust that has to occur in this relationship, that there's no lack of time. Time doesn't even exist in the way we think it does. There's going to have to be some trust here that there is a brighter, happier skies coming. And I feel like the masculine is just having to trust himself. He's like, I know this is hard and this is not easy to cut these things out, but I just have to trust it. I have to follow my heart. I know. He may feel sometimes like time is running out, and like he's got to like move, like a little fire has kind of been lit under his ass. Like, I gotta do this. I have to trust myself, is how he's feeling. Okay, I will get another from the Whispers of Love Oracle, or 3. Have faith. Yup. Trust your faith in this situation. Ask for help. Yeah, consider your foundation. It's okay to ask for help. You don't have to go it alone. You can ask for support. You can receive support. That's okay. So look at how committed you are to love. There is a recommitment to love here, back to what you love. Committing yourself to build things on a solid foundation and get rid of anything that does not serve. So we're going to end this reading with some handwritten messages from someone dear to me. I did not write these myself, but they are beautiful little love poems. The chance of your love, overflowing lakes of love, keeps me in motion. This is the masculine being like, this is why I'm taking action. This is why I'm moving forward motion, because the chance of your love, overflowing lakes of love, that's what keeps me moving forward. Just like a slingshot, as Venus gains momentum, I approach my love. Yeah, look at him. He's almost like in a slingshot position there, like ready to move forward. Nectar of the gods, may a mere mortal drink this? Perhaps a genius? Wow, there's a lot of intelligence and wisdom here on both sides. And there's a lot of very divine love that flows between these two counterparts. My heart is open. You have entered gracefully your natural way. This is this heart opening that's occurring. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So allowing this heart opening to occur after things have been transformed, after we've let go of these traumas and abandonment issues and cut out things in our life that are not healthy. There's this beautiful heart opening that occurs. So that is your message, Pile 3. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you lots of love.